It is a very interesting combination of having a biscuit with vegetable. Yeah, in the form of quiche. Hello and welcome to Sanjeev Kapoor Khazana and to the Ultimate Baking Series with me, Chef Afraz. And today I'm going to show you a very interesting leek with leeks and potato. So let's quickly start. First, we need to make the short crust dough. So for that, in a bowl, I'm going to add 1 cup of refined flour. So I'm going to sieve the refined flour before adding to the bowl. Next to this, I'm going to add 60 grams of butter, which I've already weighed and unkept. And now I'm going to cut this into small pieces. This is chilled butter. We need to add chilled butter as we want our pastry to be nice and flaky. So I'm going to chop the butter into small pieces. Next, I'm going to add some salt to the refined flour. And then I'm going to add in the chopped chilled butter. And now I'm going to start mixing this by rubbing the butter with the flour to get a breadcrumb-like texture. We don't want the butter to melt completely as we want our pastry to be light and flaky, a nice biscuit texture. If you want, you can also do this in a food processor. In that case, you have an equal distribution of flour with the butter. And now you see we have achieved a nice breadcrumb-like texture. And now I'm going to add chilled water, very little chilled water, and I'm going to bring all this together to form a dough. We don't have to knead this because we don't want to form gluten. So we don't have to actually knead this, just bring this together like this so that it forms a dough. And you need to add chilled water as we want to maintain the temperature of the butter. We don't want the butter to melt. So we want to see the butter till the time we roll the sheet for making the pie. And there you see it has nicely come together without kneading and handling much. So now I'm going to take a clean film and then I'm going to place the short crust dough, lightly spread this out so that it cools fast, and then I'm going to cover this. And now I'm going to place this in the refrigerator for around half an hour. So now this was resting for around half an hour in the refrigerator. Now it is ready to use. I'm going to lightly dust the work surface with some flour. And then I'm going to open this and take the short crust pastry out. And now we need to roll this. So gently I'm going to roll this. So now while rolling, the dough might crack because it is chilled, but you need to do this gently and you need to apply less pressure while rolling, and it has to be even from all the sides. So now this is done. I'm going to take the tart mold in which I'm going to make the quiche and keep it upside down to take a mark, and then I'm going to cut this into a round shape, leaving this much of space to cover the corners. And now let's line the tart with the short crust. You need to gently press the rolled sheet down and cover it from all the sides. Once this is leveled, I'm going to trim off the excess from the top. And you see the thickness, it doesn't have to be too thick or too thin. A nice crispy flaky layer of short crust which can hold the mixture inside. So now after lining the tart mold, I'm going to place a butter paper on top like this, and then I'm going to fill this tart with any beans, as we need to blind bake the tart first and then fill the stuffing. So this is done. Now I'm not going to directly place this in a preheated oven, but I'm going to keep this in the refrigerator for around 5 to 8 minutes, and then put this in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for around 10 to 12 minutes. So till the time our tart is getting baked, let's make the stuffing. For that, I'm going to slice one onion. Next, I'm going to heat up a pan, and also I'm going to slice some garlic. So once the pan is nice and hot, I'm going to add some oil. In the meantime, till the oil is getting hot, I'm going to also cut the leek. So I'm going to slice this from between and then start slicing this. Now you see the oil is nice and hot. Let's add in the garlic. Next, I'm going to add in the onion. I'm going to saute the onion till they are nice, light, translucent. We don't want the vegetables to dim, so we don't have to cook them for long. Next, let's add in the leeks. Give it a mix. And over here I have some boiled potatoes, which I'm going to just slice. And as this is boiled, I'm going to throw this at the very end. For now, let's add some crushed black pepper, some mixed herbs, and then let's add some salt. Give this a nice mix. At this stage, I'm going to add the potatoes, give it a light mix, and there you go, our stuffing is ready. And now I'm going to let this cool till the tart is done. So now as you see, the tart has perfectly baked. We have blind baked it, nice and flaky. You see some of the portion is not cooked because again we are going to put this back into the oven to cook. So you can keep some of it, as if you don't, you will get a very dark brown color when it is fully done. So now our stuffing is also ready. Let's put this lovely leek potato stuffing into a pie. It has a nice texture of potato with this lovely sliced leeks, and the stuffing tastes delicious. This is done. We are going to pour the custard on top. So for that, I'm going to break 2 eggs. And then to this I'm going to add little cream, and then I'm going to season this with some salt, crushed black pepper, and I'm going to beat this. And this is which is going to hold all the quiche together, and after baking it, the egg will coagulate and hold all the mixture together. So this is done. Let's put this lovely custard over the quiche. And now I'm going to again keep this in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for around 8 to 10 minutes. So now you see our quiche is perfectly done, and I've cooled it down a bit so that it is easy to demold. Now I'm going to take a bowl over which I'm going to place this quiche, and there you go. Very easy to demold. And let's place this on a lovely platter. So there you go, a lovely leek and potato quiche is ready. A crispy layer from outside and a nice filling of leek and potato inside. So do give this a try. If you like the videos that we share on YouTube, do subscribe to us on our YouTube channel.